Now we have another property known as viscosity. Now this viscosity is a property, but it comes into picture whenever the fluid is under motion, because viscosity is a property by virtue of which the fluid motion is resisted. For this we have two plates, this is bottom plate and this one is upper plate. This upper plate is moving with velocity v under the application of force F. This force is applied F on the upper plate and bottom plate is kept at 0 velocity. In between we have fluid. Fluid is filled between these two layers, and this is our coordinate system. We have a x in this direction, we have a y in this direction, right. Because of this force F, this upper plate starts moving with velocity v. So whatever particles are there just beneath the surface of the upper plate, these particles also will start moving with velocity v to satisfy no slip condition. Similarly, the particles which are at the lower plate, since lower plate is not moving with any velocity, this is having 0 velocity. So to satisfy no slip condition, these particles will have 0 velocity. In between we have a velocity which is different between 0 and capital V. Now if this variation is linear for length L, it starts from 0 when x is equal to 0 and when y is equal to 0, sorry, and when y is equal to capital L, then velocity goes from 0 to capital V. In between we have a linear variation. If we consider variation as linear, then velocity profile may be written with the help of the formula u y. What is u y? Means u is function of y is equal to y divided by L into v, where v is the velocity of the upper plate. Because of no slip, the upper molecules at the upper plate are also moving with velocity v. So with the help of this simple triangle, we can write this formula by similar triangle. What is this distance? This distance is equal to u y. What is y? Y is the distance in this direction. So this is u y at distance y, right, and at y is equal to L, velocity is equal to v. So with the help of this simple triangle, v divided by u y is equal to capital L divided by y, we get u y is equal to y divided by L into v, and this is known as velocity profile, that how does velocity vary between these 2 points. So this is known as velocity profile. So velocity profile is linear here. It is starting velocity is 0 at the solid boundary which is not moving, and velocity is capital V at this point where the particles are moving with velocity v. In between these particles are moving with different velocity, and we can find out the value with the help of this equation, u y is equal to y divided by L into v, where L is distance between two plates, y is the point where we want to know the velocity, and substitute in this formula you will get the velocity corresponding to that y. Now here this was studied by Newtons. So Newtons observed that if fluid is a Newtonian fluid means where shear stress tau is proportional to du over dy. Tau is proportional to du over dy. This is the observation made by Newtons. In case of solid, shear stress is proportional to this angle, shear strain, but in this case we have a velocity gradient rate or shear strain rate. So du over dy, du means we have meter per second divided by meter, so this is the gradient rate. So tau is proportional to du over dy. Now, and du over dy is nothing but basically this angle du. If you take any small system here at distance y and y plus dy, this distance is y plus dy, and here we have distance y. At y we have velocity u, and at y plus dy we have velocity u plus du. So what is the angle? This is the angle. In this case, this distance is du and this distance is dy. So what is angle? Angle is equal to du over dy, right. So this angular deformation rate is equal to du over dy. Du over dy is known as velocity gradient rate or shear strain rate. So Newton's observed that tau, what is tau? Tau is shear stress. Tau is shear stress, and what is shear stress? Shear stress is equal to force, tangential force divided by tangential area. Tangential force divided by tangential area is equal to tau. Like suppose we consider a flat plate. If this is a flat plate and if it is moving in this direction, this is the top view of this figure. In that case, what is shear area? This is the shear area, right. Similarly, if we have a shaft of diameter d and length L, length of the shaft is L and diameter of the shaft is d, and this shaft is rotating, and at the periphery we have force F. At the periphery we have force F. In this case, what is shear stress? Force divided by area. What is tangential area? Pi d into L. So F divided by pi d into L. F divided by pi dl will be the shear stress tau. So with the help of the concept of the tangential force, tangential area, we can find out the shear stress. In mechanics of solid, we have understood these things in great detail.